Hello, my delicious co-creators. Lilou here. I'm in Valle de Bravo in Mexico, about 2-3 hours from Mexico City at El Santuario with Michel Domit again because I love it. I can't get enough. Thank you for taking the time in your busy schedule to generously teach people, and offering your teaching and your wisdom so that people can transform their life. I'm excited about this video, and I just want to let you know that this is quite a long video, and Michel really wants to just pour out his wisdom and his knowledge to you. And this video particularly deals with stress. So if you don't have time and you feel stressed right now, you might want to pause and find a time where you'll just give yourself this hour, and we'll go. It's important to watch it all the way until the end. So I'm so excited, and this is so special for you to take the time to just wanting to let it all out. I know many teachers that I've interviewed sometimes just keep it for themselves, but you just want to really pour it. How awesome and generous. Thank you, Michel.
Thank you, Lilou. I think, this wisdom, it doesn't come from me. It comes from so many teachers and masters and from God. So it's only sharing with this beautiful audience. So thank you very much for being here again, Lilou.
Yeah, my pleasure. I love it.
It's a big pleasure. We have to have you here very, very soon again. And if possible, living here. I would love to.
Choose you living.
Absolutely. Do you mind if I hold it?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I don't have your hand getting tired. Look, I think the important thing is that for you that are seeing us together here in this paradise, this video, we were talking about it, and we want not to be only an interview. We want that you can really get a profit out of it. And Lilou and I are 100% for you right now, 100%. And I want you to be 100% for you, for yourself. Because we are expecting that you change your life. That this small part of your life, this time, will really change your life. So I ask you, please, to open up yourself and think about how your life sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's unhappy, and how can we make it happier if you want to make it happier? Because at the end of the day, the real truth is that the only one that is going to make this life happier is yourself, nobody else. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about the word stress, Lilou and I. The word stress was invented by Dr. Hans Selye. He invented this word, but he said that stress is any reaction of your body about any kind of stimulus. It doesn't matter what is the response or the stimulus. Mm-hmm. If you respond, if you hear something and you respond, that means stress. If somebody touches you and you react, that's stress. The interesting part about it is that Hans Selye defined the stress in two different directions. One is distress, or what we call in Spanish angustia, anger, and any type of distress that is annoying you. And the other part of the stress, that is the eustress, that means this stress, this positive reaction, mm-hmm. this positive reaction that you get with things that you like, for example, no? So I want you to imagine that we have like two sides, one negative side and one positive side, and that we are going to see how you are going to choose every single time, every single thought, for every single reaction, to choose if you are going to go into anger or into distress or eustress, okay? The important thing is to know what happens, why do you react with distress or eustress? What makes you react in a different way? Is it the stimulus that you are reacting to? For example, a kiss, no? You can say, well, a kiss, I think it will give me a dress. It's not true. It depends who give you the kiss. It's depending if you want that kiss. I can imagine Jesus Christ with the kiss of Judas, no? I don't think it was very addressed for him, no? It was very distressful, no? So, first of all, I would like to invite you to think, to imagine, no? That you're driving your car and you have passed maybe 4 or 5 hours driving, very happy, with nice music on it, no? And then suddenly you have this Y, you know, the letter Y. And you see this deviation where you see, let's say, California or San Francisco. But you were going to Miami, no? So, what do you do immediately when you see that? What is your first reaction?
What?
What? And then you stop,
Yes.
no? You don't continue, you stop. Because you have to choose. If you didn't have that Y in your way, if you didn't have the Y in your way, you can continue many, many hours and get to another destiny that you didn't want to arrive. But with this Y, the first thing that you get is a stop to think about where you want to go, where you really want to go. So this fraction of a time is for you a Y in your life. It's a Y that I want to think for you. Where are you going? Are you going towards health, towards happiness? Or are you going towards sickness and death? Because it's your life. And I hope the first question that we have is, where are you going? Where do you want to go? You want to go to happiness and health or unhappiness? Think about it for a minute and make your decision. Because we're going to give you the tools to go wherever you want to go. Okay? Let's think for a moment. In your life, if you have normally a reaction about something, there are people that react positive about different things, and there are people that react negatively about the same thing. And it's sad. For example, in Mexico we had a general, Mariles, a general from the army. You know how generals need to fight to get to be a general, the discipline and the wiseness and everything they need. And this general was not only a general, but he was a world champion in the Olympic Games for jumping in horses with the horses. So he was also a champion from the Olympics. And one day, one people insult his mother, and he took the gun and he put all the bullets into this guy. And he passed the rest of his life in jail. A simple reaction, one moment of reaction, of a great guy, of a hero, no? Destroy his whole life. So let's think about how important reactions are. And I would like to ask you, what do you think is that you would react one way or the other? Why do we react one way or the other? In what does depend the reactions? Why do you think?
I think it relates to our past experience in such an event, and I think we react from our subconscious and old belief system that we have created, and so one event could be comfortable for one person and not for the other.
Okay. And do you think, Lilou, that you could control every reaction that you have?
No.
That you can move it into the positive way?
I think that's possible, yes.
Okay.
But most of the time we're not conscious and not present and just reacting from an old pattern in an automatic way instead of being present and knowing what exactly we're doing. I think we're Most of the time, we're a little bit just taken. We're just on this boat, and we don't know how to stop it.
Okay, okay. Effectively, we are reacting normally because things of our past, as you said, and about many things. But the main thing is that we react depending on our attitude. And I'm going to try to make an example about this, a simple one. My grandmother, which I love very, very much, she passed away already. But I remember she was living in Lebanon, in Beirut, having this terrible war, no? And one time we were coming back to her house, and I pressed the button from the elevator, and she says, no, let's walk. She was 95. 5 floors. And I say, what are you talking about? She says, no, I need to exercise. No? So you can imagine this woman, no, with this positive thinking. Imagine now the other side. Imagine now a very old woman, 95, that thinks that the youth, the young people, is the worst, that they have no values anymore, that they don't open the doors for the ladies, etc., etc., etc. You know? Imagine that this lady arrived to her house and start listening to the noise, the music of the youth, of the young people that live above her, with all the volume on, no, and metal music all the way, very strong. How do you think she's going to react to this? Happily or unhappy?
Unhappy.
Unhappy. And if she is very, very unhappy and very mad, and half an hour later she wants to go and say to them to shut the music down, how is she going to ask them that?
Well, she's going to be mad. Probably, likely. Likely.
And she's going to be aggressive to them, isn't it?
Probably.
So she's going to say, you have no conscience, how is possible that you have the music so loud, turn it on immediately, you are very, very bad, Jude, etc., etc., etc. How do you think they are going to react?
Negatively too, it has a rippling effect.
Exactly. So they're going to turn the music even higher, and they're going to say, go to hell, no? And the interesting part about it is that this lady will go even more distressed, and they will be very distressed because of the situation and because they know they're doing wrong to have the music this way. So negative reactions makes you that the people react to you in a negative, very negative way. So imagine now about my grandmother that she thinks. Maybe we move a little bit here. We get.
Then you're out of the frame.
Okay. So no matter the light, no.
No, it's good if you're a little bit here.
Okay. You know, if we think that my grandmother, it's a lady that thinks that the only thing she needs to die and go to heaven is to learn from the youth. That if she learns from youth, she will really get the secret and she can die and go to heaven. Okay? And she arrives to the 5th floor. In the 6th floor, very loud music. Let's say there is Pink Floyd, no? And how do you think she's going to react to that? If she thinks that in the youth is the secret that she needs to learn.
She's gonna listen.
She's going to listen. So she will start saying, are there chords? Are there some violins? Are there some flutes? What are the instruments? And then she will say, well, let's see the rhythm. Maybe she will start dancing a little bit, no? To follow, to learn. And if she really likes the music, but half an hour later she wants to go up and say, listen, let's keep it a little bit quiet because now I want to sleep. The approach that she will have will be completely different. She will knock on the door and she will say, hey, guys, your music is wonderful. Who is the author? I want to learn, no? And they will be very, very happy. And then she will say, okay, now, do you mind if you put it down, the volume down, so I can rest a little bit? How do you think they're going to react to that?
Positively.
Exactly. They're going to turn the music down, and they're going to be very ashamed. They will say, I'm sorry, we didn't think that you were disturbing you, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Because the important thing is when you act with aggression, people will tend to react with aggression. If you act with love, the people will try to react with love. If you let the things bring your consciousness down, you will make the others to bring the consciousness down. Mm-hmm. If you bring the consciousness up, automatically you will bring the consciousness of others up as your level. So it's a whole responsibility. It's depending on us, not on them. So if you think this way, now we know that the reaction depends on your attitude. What is your attitude towards life, towards everything? And
well, it's interesting because I just want to say a little something here, because a lot of us have it that the universe is an unfriendly place, that somebody is out there to get us. That's the paradigm, I think, in which most people live in.
Thank you, Lilou. And I think this paradigm is completely false. I think it's so important that we start believing that everything is love, mm-hmm. and that if we react with love, everything will come to us as love. Mm-hmm. And the important thing is that many people can tell you, no, if you have an attitude, positive attitude, you will change your life into positive. But how can we change this attitude right now? Not tomorrow, mm-hmm. right now. And the important thing is attitudes depends on the way you think. For example, if my grandmother is thinking that the secret is in the youth, her attitude should be positive. So, if we agree that if you think positively, you will have an attitude positively, and then you will have a positive reaction, then we understand, and then we are together, that the secret is to think positive. And this has been speak by so many people. You have listened so many times. If you think positively, you will attract everything positive to you. But now let's understand, how can we start thinking positively right now? Every single time. Every single time. That's the challenge,
Yeah.
And there is a very nice methodology to think positively. If you think about mathematics, what is the language of mathematics? What is the essence that you handle? What is the language of mathematics?
I don't understand your question.
Yeah. Like the language that you use to make mathematics are the numbers, yeah. Isn't it? Mm-hmm. Without numbers, it's very hard to do an equation, yes. No? The language for thinking are words. Mm-hmm. You think with words. You imagine with images, but you think with words. So let's talk a little bit about words. There are positive words and negative words. And these words are charged with an energy, big energy. Dr. Emoto was very, very smart when he made this experiment about putting some water on different glasses and putting words, different words on the glass. The water was the same, exactly the same. What it varies only was the word. And after a certain time, he looked at the microscope into the water, and the results are fantastic. You can see his photographs in his page, and the positive words are full of light. They have geometry like sacred geometry, and the negative words are like a terrible, horrible sin. No. And the interesting part is that it doesn't matter the language for the word. In all languages, it happened the same.
Yeah.
So I want you to think about the words that you are using. Because, when God created the world, there was everything united. The angels were contemplating God, and they were in union with Him. And when the story about Luzbel or Satan, this wonderful light that suddenly saw himself so beautiful, and he thought, why I'm going to see him, and why everybody's looking at him if I am so beautiful? Then duality started. And then when we're born in this world, we're born in the world of duality. You have happiness and angriness, you have black and white, you have darkness and lightness. Everything have a dual part. And that's very interesting, because you can choose to be in one part of the duality, or in the other one, or in the whole spectrum. No? So I want to invite you to make a small exercise with your eyes closed. And I invite you, Lilou, to make together this exercise. It's a little exercise, and I want you to feel the words that we're going to repeat loudly, okay, in high voice. And I want you to feel the energy. What happened with this energy? It expands with the word, or it contracts? You have more light, or you have more darkness? You feel lighter or heavier? You feel more tension in your body or more relaxation? Let's do this experiment, okay? Let's close our eyes for a second, okay? And repeat this word with me, okay? We're going to repeat 4 different words only. One will be difficult, the opposite will be easy. Then we will deal with hate, and then with love. Only 4 words, just to make the example. So we close our eyes, and please repeat with me in loud voice, okay? It's difficult.
It's difficult.
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 Very, very difficult.
Very difficult.
Very, very, very difficult.
Very, 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 very difficult.
Try to imagine the difficult. Try to put it in yourself. Difficult is very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Very, very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Now try to imagine if your energy is expanding or contracting, more light or more darkness, more tension or more relaxation. It's very difficult. Very difficult. Try to imagine this word. Very, very, very difficult. Now let's change this word with your eyes closed for easy. It's easy. Repeat with me. It's easy.
It's easy.
It's very easy.
It's very easy.
It's very, very easy.
It's very, very easy.
It's so easy.
So easy.
Now, try to see your energy. Is there more light or darkness? You feel lighter or heavy? Expanding or contracting? Relaxing? Or getting more tension in your body? It's very easy. It's very, very, very easy. It's easy. You get more happiness or more sadness. Now let's go to hate. I hate you. Try to allow yourself to repeat this word and feel it. Just for now, okay? But aloud, okay? I hate you.
Als ik hem can barely say it.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's important. It's important. Just for the. I hate you.
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 Try to feel your body. Does it feel tension or relaxation? Try to feel if there is more light or darkness. Try to see if you feel more light or heavy. I hate you. 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 Now, let's shift into love. Repeat with me. I love you.
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 Try to feel this energy. Is it light or darkness? How does it feel? Expanding or contracting? You feel lighter or heavier? I love you. 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 Now you can open your eyes. Could you feel the difference
Yes.
between the words?
Oh yes. It's really contraction to its maximum for the negative words and expansion for the positive one.
You feel the
Yeah, I could feel the expansion and the happiness, whereas the other one I can't barely breathe. And immediately when we're into the happiness part, it's just like the breathing comes. Everything. It's like the whole mechanic is working.
And I bet, as Lilou it's mentioning, I bet you all feel the same because it's a universal concept. Negative words take our energy to drift, to make it very weak. And just imagine by a little moment that if our bodies are made of 85% water, and this reaction of words are changing the water in that way, in the experience of Dr. Emoto, what are they doing to your cells, to your body? Every time you think negatively, every time you use a negative word, you are drifting your energy. You are getting sick in your body. We are responsible for this inner universe. In one finger, there are millions and millions and millions of cells. They live with your own will. They depend on your will. You are the one that are giving them to eat, feeding them, and if you feed them well, they will be healthy. If not, they will not. How many times in life you are not feeding appropriately? How many times in life you are not giving your body anything that he needs? But you know, the most important thing that I believe is that if we agree that negative words are making us sick in every sense, physically, emotionally, mentally, spirituality, if we believe that negative words are so important in our lives and that positive are beautiful in our lives, I invite you to think about the use of the words. And you know, just very briefly, and I want to tell you that I like very much to feel happy about my gasoline because I love to fly helicopters, no? And once I was without the energy, no? The fuel. And I was trying to land without fuel, and it's horrible, no? And from that day on, I learned that I want my tank full. The fullest I can, most of the time. So to my car, I do the same. When I get to the tank, to half of the tank, immediately I go to a gas station and I put, suppose, $30, no, to fill it up. And I have a friend that also he puts $30 each time. But he waits until the tank is empty, no? And he is so stressed to see if he's going to get to the gas or not. No, it's a challenge. And then he gets to the gas and he puts the same $30 to get to the medium. And he live always half empty. And I live always half full. You know, if we have the negative energy here and the positive energy here, and you have a reader like in a mirror of the car, you can choose if you want to have your tank half full or half empty. If you choose to throw away right now the words that are negative in your life, if you don't use it anymore, like Lilou was saying, I can hardly say hate, no? If you don't use them anymore at all, if you throw out difficult and you never mention it again, and then you start mentioning, well, this is less easy for me, or it's very easy for me, or it's quite easy for me, but you never use difficult, then your life becomes easy. But if you are using the difficult parameter to read your life, then your life will be very difficult. It's a very, very, very easy technique.
Yeah, but sometimes we're in situations that we don't want to be in, and we have to, you know, just it's really hard because it's a matter of choices that we're making too, and sometimes we're in situations that, like at work or in the family or with people, and we just don't want to be in those situations. So how do you, in that moment where you know this is not it, how can you have a positive thought about something that really doesn't match?
Excellent, thank you, Lilou. First of all, for example, you said to me, it's very hard. If you use the word is very hard, it will be very hard.
Yeah.
If you say to me, you know, it's not that easy, for example, because sometimes you are in these situations, your whole attitude have changed from difficult to easiness. You know what I mean? So starting by the word you use, your energy is shifting. When you use positive words, automatically your mind will balance and it will be open to all solutions. When you think about the difficulty, you are closing automatically. You will not be creative. You are not thinking about solutions. So, starting by the words now, about what you're saying that is so important, I invite you to think that any situation that you live from now on is there for you to learn a lesson in life. Any situation.
So it's like, even if it's a situation that is not pleasant, you say to yourself, I chose it. Like, so you choose, even though if life presents you only chocolate, you take chocolate.
Unfortunately, Lilou, unfortunately, if one little boy, my little daughter, no, Emily, comes into the oven and she gets closer and closer, and I start telling her, don't get there, don't get closer because you can burn yourself. She will keep on doing and doing and doing, but the day she burns, she will never do it again. Because we learn more from pain than from pleasure, unfortunately. Okay? I hope we can change that very soon. But until now, it's like that. Okay? So let's see it in this way. Every single, let's say we are here in this lifetime to learn for the next life, because our body is going to end up here, but our spirit is forever, is for eternity. So we are here to learn, and every situation we are facing in life, no matter how painful it is there to learn. But I can guarantee you that if you leave that situation in a positive thinking, thanking God for the opportunity to grow with this situation, your life will change. And you will learn much, much, much faster than before. I invite you to think, Lilou, about how many things you have passed in your life that has been distressful, that hasn't been nice for you. How many crises have you lived? And I bet you that if you think about, and I bet you too, that if you think about your crisis, you will see that you are who you are because you had this crisis in your life. Because whatever doesn't kill you, they fortify you. They make you stronger. So if you look, if we are walking into life waiting for positive things and negative things to happen to us to learn, and we face it that way, our life will be very, very positive. What do you think?
Yes.
You know, Lilou, I know. It's here's so simple, no? I got my workshops, no, of the book that I wrote, To Be, To Do, and To Have. And people in the workshops tend to resist, no? They say, but it cannot be so easy to just cancel the words, the negative words, no? And start thinking positively. By the way, two words that are keys right here, no? As Dr. Cellier mentioned, no? The word cancel or delete. So when you have a negative thinking, like I can't, no? Like I feel very tired, no? Cancel it. Just mention cancel. And it will happen like a delete in your computer that deletes everything. And then you polarize it to the positive word. No? Completely the opposite. So if you say, I'm tired, you say, no, I have a lot of energy. I feel great now. No? It's amazing how you will realize that you have the power to polarize the emotions that you have and that you can control them. So it's very, very important that you learn how to cancel the negative thinking and polarize it for the positive. And one word, the other word that is key into this, is better.
Yeah.
The word better. Mr. Silva, Jose Silva, mentioned in his course, we have to be better and better and better. Because Hans Selye mentioned that the word better, it will put your energy in a better position every time. Better and better and better. So when they ask you, how are you? You respond, I'm better and better and better. Better every time. And it doesn't matter if you just fall and break your leg. You can be better in the next minute. So I want you to close this methodology. But before we close this methodology, I invite you to compromise yourself, to promise for yourself. Because if you hear, you listen to me, and you think this is right, and you think this is the right way to do it, and you don't promise to yourself that you will throw away all the negative words, then you will not. So I would like to invite you to anchor this promise for yourself with your right hand up. And I want you to repeat with me in your house. Repeat with me about this promise that we're going to make. I promise myself that I will throw away every negative word, that I will not use it again, but only to show people not to use it. I promise myself
I promise myself
to have a positive attitude
to have a positive attitude
and to have a positive thinking.
and to have a positive thinking.
And I compromise and I promise myself
And I promise myself
that I will think
that I will think
every time I get a why in my life.
every time I get a why in my life.
And I will decide
And I will decide
to go into the positive energy.
to go into the positive energy.
And that my life will be positive
That my life will be positive
forever.
forever.
And that I will become
And I will become
the hero
the hero
of my own life.
of my own life.
Amen. Thank you very, very much for your time. I really hope that this you will put it in practice and that you will change your life. Thank you very much, Lilou.
Thank you, Michel. Thank you for this beautiful time spent with you. This is very different than what I usually do. And you're such a powerful spirit that you're like, I really feel we should do this. And I could see the positive effect it will have on many people. So thank you for being such a strong leader. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm sure you have, and that you will share it with other people that might be in stress in your life. I'm sure you know many of them, and we can make a difference. We can change our life in the moment, in the present moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lilou. Thank you. It's your house. Come soon.
Thank you. Much love from Mexico.
Bye-bye. See you all. Big kiss for all.
Aho!
Ahow.
Aho!